So our Angular project setup is done. Now we will work on creating a module, add component, add services. Now we will create a module for post. To create a module we have a command ng, then g for generate, then m for module, and then we have to specify where we want to create the modules. So we want to create the modules inside module folder, and the module name will be post. We also want routing. Let's hit enter. Okay, so you can see it created a module which is post, and we have the routing module as well. Now we will create some component related to post. So we will use a command similar to the previous one. Instead of m we will write c, and c for component. So inside module post we will create components, and inside components we will create post list component. Let's hit enter, and you can see it created a component inside component folder, which is post list component. Now let's mention it inside this route. Let's open an object. And write path. Path will be the home, and the component will be the post list component. Also we mentioned the post list component inside routing, and this routing is exported from this class with the name of post routing module, and that post routing module is imported inside this post module. We also declared the post list component inside this. Now we have to import this post module inside the main app module. Post module, and in the routing of the main app module we have to also mention the post module. So path again will be home. Now we will use lazy loading to import the module. So we will use load children, import the module. Now I have to return the module, post module. Now save it and let's visit our application. There is only these buttons. Let's comment it for now and use the router outlet to display all the routes. Save it. Now visit again. Yeah, so you can see the post list component data is showing up here. So anything we will be writing inside this will be visible to home page. Let's write something to make sure it's working. Yeah, you can see it is working properly. Now you can see we can display static data from our post list. Now we will integrate API, and we will display the data from the backend. So for that we will be creating some services. Let's do that. So now inside post module we will create a folder called services, and we will write post services, post service. And you can see how powerful Angular CLI is. We can create component, generate module, create services just from this terminal only, and we just have to use the proper commands to do that. To create service we have S, so G stand for generate, S stand for services. So we are creating post service inside service folder. Hit enter. Private HTTP and then HTTP client, and let's create a variable to store API endpoint. Now we will create our first service named get all post. That's it. As we have created the first method or the first service, now we have to run the server and hit the API endpoint. So let's go into the backend folder and let's run the server with python manage.py run server. You can check the previous videos to know how we created this API. So our backend application is running on localhost 8000, and we will copy this and paste it on API URL. And if we quickly check the URLs, so after localhost 8000 it will be post, and inside this URL it is post. So if we use that, then we will be able to get the detail of a post. So let's do that, post, and after post let's save it, and this post service we will be injecting to this post list component. Let's create a constructor method and we will provide the service. Let's import it as well. On ng on init meaning when the component is getting initialized, we are calling this method to get all the post, and we are consoling anything that we are getting. And if we check our console, it's showing that it is blocked by course policy.